Alright folks, welcome back. We're going to be focusing on a couple side quests and main quests this go around. I've been getting very distracted exploring and trying to get Seeker's tokens and golden beetles just to help everyone out, but I do want to try and get some of these quests out of the way. So, let's start with House of the Blue Sunbright.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
You know, the more I do quests, and the more I do some of this stuff, some of these storylines in the game are a bit messed up, honestly. But
I just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
This one,
regarding the Vermundian military,
well,
yes.
I'll let you all
Indeed.
be the judge
Others,
on
there's
it
been a
when we
shift in the chain
conclude
of
it,
command.
but my goodness, it is something else. Anyway, let's go find ourselves Daphne.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here, You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Honestly, knowing the conclusion to this quest myself, this is, quite a bit sad, but I think it's one of the stronger points of this game. The side quests are a little improved over the first one. I mean, questing systems in general are very hard to get right, and this one just adds depth to some of the characters and background to the world. And my goodness, do some of them tend to hit hard.
Over here, if you would.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
So, the NPCs here give us a little bit of a hint for what we ought to acquire for Sebastian. So, let's go to our storage here at the inn real quick before we send him off on his way. And we'll give him a misshapen eye and a panacea.
Well, you will soon
Panacea?
forget the
I still don't know how to say
fatigue
that
of the long
dang on word. Someone will correct me at some point, I'm sure. Maybe I should take time to look it up, but we'll get a misshapen eye and a
journey when treated
panacea. Panacea, I don't remember if I need to or not, and I still don't know how to say the word, so you will all have to forgive me. And then we will go back and talk to Sebastian before sending him off on his way. And after that, we will just have to wait a day or two. So, let's just triple check I don't need any other items.
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Yon path leads not
All
to our
right.
destination.
So,
If you would
I
prefer
will
to
have to
explore,
also
I
say
shall guide you another
that
time.
I had
Other opportunities
the
to
elf
lead.
that
For now,
I
let us follow.
unfortunately don't remember his name nor how to say it. Talk to me at some point for the trial of archery. I will cut in the video of him giving me that quest, and we will actually end up doing that one a little later. I would like to finish Disa's plot and Scaly Invaders first. That way I at least have a port crystal that I can give to, well, not give, but placed outside of the Sacred Arbor for personal reasons, and a couple quests later in the game, as well as being able to have access to the elven enchantments. So I will be back in a few moments when this quest has concluded.
'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. But the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the Sacred Arbor, the village of my people.
Welcome.
Alright,
Now we shan't
we have
stop
waited
waiting.
2 days, so let's see what the conclusion of this quest is.
Home at last.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue Sunbright. The sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
A blue Sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melve. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
Let me get that.
So, the quest has two conclusions.
Twould seem we
Either
need to visit the palace.
Sebastian does not make it and Daphne takes his place, or
Doesn't seem right.
Sebastian makes it and Daphne is sent back to the slums,
I
despite
took you for a kinder sort than that.
it being very obvious that Daphne is Sebastian's sister.
Over here, if you please.
And you'll also find that Diane later on has been removed as a maid to the house and ends up in the slums as well for the audacity she presented. So it's not necessarily a quest that has a happy ending. And of course, the people in the slums are none too happy with you, particularly Kendrick, who chides you for potentially losing them the support of the House of the Blue Sunbright. And it's just a cold, harsh reality of this world that, well, you just have to face it. And it's a shame to see something like that happen. We'll see if Kendrick will say anything to me yet. If not, I will come back later.
I shall gladly aid you with...
So, at the moment, no.
Oh, heavens above, 'twas you, wasn't it? The acts she committed, what do you expect were before, without the abyss? We can't... Forgive me. I will do what I can.
Oh, well. Give me a moment. Talking to Lottie, I do remember that I said you could potentially hire Radcliffe to come back here for an additional little bit of dialogue. So, now that I've actually talked to her, let me see if I can do that. We will be heading back to the border checkpoint, and this way we can grab some Seeker's tokens and knock out Disa's plot, and then we will knock out a couple more quests. Sorry that I keep changing my mind here, but we will be back in a
If our
moment.
destination...
Alright, so before we go into the border checkpoint, let's grab this golden beetle. You will be able to locate it just outside the checkpoint here.
Tis a
And then we'll go
remarkable treasure
in,
we found.
we will grab a
Fitting reward for a rigorous
couple of
search.
these Seeker's tokens and see if we can send Radcliffe on his way to Vermund. Let's go up to him first, and then we'll worry about those Seeker's tokens. There's, I think, between 2 to 3 within the town here. I will verify that when I am actually finished. So, let's start here.
What? You had the abbess arrested? Why? She's the lady saint, isn't she? Ah, of course. That's why you had me look at that mixture. Well, I'll have naught more to do with this, thank you. In fact, I rather wish you hadn't involved me to begin with. But I suppose I could be persuaded to change my mind. Don't look at me like that. If you want my services, 'twill cost you. That's how the world works. I'll require a significant donation if I'm to alleviate the effects of that so-called medicine. See? That wasn't so difficult, was it? You'll find that I'm happy to aid those in need, so long as I get my dues.
Alright. With Radcliffe sent back to Vermund, we will get a little something extra for it. And now we're just going to work on getting the Seeker's tokens that are within the border checkpoint here. And then we will head back to Vermund to start Disa's plot and do Scaly Invaders. So, bear with me here. And I missed that jump. My goodness.
That was close.
That, okay. So, take 2. My goodness. We'll have that Seeker's token right here on the roof as we saw in that cutscene.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
And
Grows.
the next one is
I shall have to inform my
a
own
little bit
master.
harder to reach. I just have to remember how to do it, so bear with me. It's going to be up on this archway, and I believe that there is a wall you can jump to right here, maybe? And I usually do this as a mage, so bear with me. Oh. Don't slide off like I just did. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now you just have to kind of jump around up
Take a
here.
closer look.
Jump onto the archway. Don't mess it up like I just did. This game has so many little ledges you can slide on, and it's freaking annoying. So we'll get a running jump this time. And we'll find a Seeker's token right here on top of the archway. Now, I'm going to go check one more area here in town, because I, honest to God, cannot remember if there is a token or not, so you will honestly just have to bear with me here. And I also kind of wanted to go in here for a note I know exists. Note left by a border checkpoint soldier. As a general rule, entry permits are not to be reissued. However, reissuance may be considered under the following circumstances. If the applicant is a Beastren, if the cargo bearer bears some relation to the research laboratory. So, there's 2 ways you can get into Beetle outside of the main story quest, and even with the main story quest, if you do something incorrectly, which I have done, you still need a Beastren mask, which can be purchased here in town. Now, let's see if there is a Seeker's token up on these ramparts, or if I'm just going crazy misremembering it. Again, just bear with me. And it would look like I am just a little bit crazy. So, I am going to make my way back to Vermund, and I will see you all when we get there. Alright, it is time for us to make our way into the castle here.
We shall await you here, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me! You move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
And if you did not already have a set of the Marcher's armor, there is actually one right here in this room that you can grab relatively easily. And this will help you blend in here in the castle. So, we're actually going to just go straight to Disa's chambers. Although before that, since I am here, I would like to go here to not the royal chamber. I want to go to what was Waldar's chamber, which I believe is this one here. For a little more lore. A historic account, Chapter 2. In Vermund, the one with the power to overcome the dragon, known as the Arisen, is enthroned as sovereign, while in Beetle, the protection of the lambent flame is held as absolute, believed to prevent the advent of calamity. Curiously, the two nations are at odds regarding pawns, those crossers of the rift. In Vermund, they are deemed faithful attendants of the sovereign, while in Beetle, they are viewed as harbingers of misfortune. And it still bothers me that I don't think there is a historic account part 1 in this game whatsoever. At least I have never found one, but anyway, let's work on doing what we set out to do with this quest.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brant if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Alright, let's get out here.
Forgive me.
And curiously, a fragment of a letter that was torn to shreds. You can just make out the crest of Beetle and the name Disa. Best you show this to Captain Brant.
I couldn't sleep.
Sometimes items have interesting descriptions on them. That one did not this time. But there is a feature I should talk about. I had a discussion with someone before that this doesn't necessarily matter whatsoever. So if we go all the way back to Jailed Awake, and you click on this, it gives you a little more information in a way, which I will go over at some point for more quests, and it just provides a little extra backstory and information, and, you know, things that quote-unquote happened but did not, if that makes any sense. Anyway, after that quest, I am going to head over to the village of Harv, and we will pick up when we're back over there. And we have made our way back to Harv. So, let us see what lies in wake here for us. I know I need to do this, and a couple other quests to unlock the ability to get Mystic Spearhand for myself, so let's see how they are coming along, shall we?
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again, if you can believe it, just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi, what are you doing standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas, this is the good sir I spoke of, the one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, calm the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the only one upon whom we can depend.
More Saurians. Let
us
deliver
Alright,
them.
So, more freaking Saurians. Hello.
Careful now.
At this point, Saurians have become a bit of a joke to us, but just gotta keep on rolling and do these quests. Oh my goodness. Watching an NPC get hit with a flying Saurian. Well then.
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Harv Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
Fair!
I do apologize. 'Twould seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude, Sir Arisen. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
Let me get that.
Alright, so after that, we are going to want to visit Melve again, actually.
Welcome, sir. Doubly so if you're here to buy.
And, ooh, I forgot. This is where you get some of the good-looking gear. This little wandering vendor. I like all of the gear, goodness. Let's see. Sorry, doing Fashion's Dogma here. Think I'll buy all of this for myself, don't mind me. Nah, I'll come back for it.
See you again.
But now I am going to choose to go all the way back out to Melve and see if a certain quest has triggered yet, so I will be back in a few moments. And here we are back at Melve. I'd say it is very much time to pay Ulrika a visit and see if I have triggered the requirements for something to start happening. If not, well, we shall be back. And looks like she's still here, so we have not. And I'll keep this in just to show that, yes, there are still quote-unquote game stages within the game, and I have not fulfilled the requirements for this to trigger. I believe after Brant's first round of quests, it will. So, we will go back and finish those, then we will return to Melve. So, I shall once again see you all in a moment. And we are back in Vermund. It is nighttime, so let's go talk to Brant and progress the game stage and get some more quests available to us.
You are correct. We have a
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence, and ere it slips my mind. Pray, take this. 'Tis a simple...
And with that,
There is much we ought to tend to. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
what could the Queen...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your... It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for Your Majesty's efforts. There is much we ought to tend to. If for some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crownflower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your majesty venture to Vermund's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Disa's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Alright, that gives us access to 2 more quests from Brant, and then we will have a couple that will crop up here in Vernworth. So, as much as I would like to move on to Batal, we are not quite there yet. But before long, we will be making our way into the second section of the game. Although for now, I do believe that this would be a good point to call it. We'll head over to the Nameless Village, and that will be where we pick up when I see you all on the next one. So, for now, take care and goodbye. I'll see you all later.